Hello, welcome to my channel, and today we'll see what is reactive programming. So in the last session, we discussed about why reactive programming, and in this video we'll see what is reactive programming. So before going to start what is reactive program, we'll see the what is the issue with the traditional REST API design. Okay, so in the traditional REST API design, whenever request coming from the client, and it will come to that Tomcat server, and Tomcat server 2 it will reach to the database to access the data from the database. So once REST API hit the requested data from the database, so it will wait till getting the response again back from the database. So if the database having the huge data, then it will take some time, and if the data is not able to handle this application, then application will crash. So here what will happen here, that process is doing a synchronous process. So here sometime it is blocking, we are waiting for the response. Okay, so that is the issue. Okay, so in the traditional REST API design, we are having the synchronous communication and blocking the communication. So once we are requested data from the database, we need to wait until getting the response from the database. So if the database is not optimized, then there is a time consuming process get the response back from the database while dealing with REST API. This is the issue. Okay, so coming to the reactive programming. So what is the reactive programming? What it will do? So programming paradigm. So it is allows asynchronous and non-blocking communication with database. For example, if you are getting the huge data from the database also, so it will able to send the data based on the number of requests. So it is just like event driven mechanism. So what will happen in the reactive programming, so we need to subscribe that publisher. So publisher can send the data. Once data is coming from the source, automatically it will send to the all the subscribers. So here no need to wait to get the response. Okay, automatically that source is sent to the data. So this is completely functional style code, and it will support back pressure also. Observe this application. So this is the application, this is the database. So this is the reactive programming. So first, whenever we are invoking the database for the data, and data will call return to the immediately, and it will call to the on next item each time. So each time it will transfer the data in the item. Whenever calling on next, there is a data from the database, it will automatically send to the data to the application. So here no need to call each and every time for the data. Okay, so once data is completed from the database, it will send again one more event like on completed event. With this data is completed from the database side or source side, there is no other data to pass to the requested subscriber. Or if you want to cancel, you can able to cancel also. At the time on cancel event will trigger. Okay, so if you observe here, uh, so it is particularly well designed for the application that requires real-time update responsiveness. Responsiveness means each time no need to call to the request for the data. Once data is coming from that database or that source, this automatically process data. So it is just like event-driven system. And also reactive program is provide functional style API. So like the Streams API, how we are writing. And so here developers can build the non-blocking asynchronous applications. You can able to handle the back pressure. So whenever the application requested the data, it sends a signal to the database. Whenever the application is requested data, it sends signal to the database to send the data. So all the data collections and data sent in the form of streams event. These are the events or next events. All are our events only. Actual data sent using the on next method. Okay. And once the data is completed, this will send one more event like on complete. So this is the way data flow works in the reactive programming, but we are not still now we didn't see any coding for this one. So coding part we'll see in the coming videos. First you need to understand this flow, how this data flow will work in the reactive programming. So everything, callback function, back and forth communication, everything managed by the reactive library. That is this one. Reactive library will take care of everything. So when to use the reactive programming? So basically reactive programming will use build application that can handle high data throughput. So for example, we have some application that is dealing with huge data. So in this case, we can build this reactive programming things. So reactive will use native as a server. It is a non-blocking server, and it is used the event loop style. So we are using the project reactor in the Spring to writing the non-blocking code. Just you can remember, we'll use the we'll use project reactor in our programming. We'll see how to write the code for that. So using the Spring Flex, we'll write non-blocking reactive APIs. So it will internally use native server for that. Okay, just you can go through these things, so you'll get some better idea of what is the reactive programming, why we are using, and how it is the data flow will happening from the reactive programming. So once you are familiar with, it is easy to understand the programming also. So concept is very important first. Thanks for watching. If this content is helpful for you, please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you.